Little Bee in the Bloom, written by me, Carly Kremer, and illustrated by Katie Hunt. In this book, we're going to explain how Little Bee helps bloom the flower who's feeling really lonely to make a bunch of friends through pollination. One sunny morning, flying free, a little bee buzzed past a tree. A drooping flower caught her eye, so down she flew to find out why. Little Bee beamed at the flower and asked him why he looked so sour. The flower sighed and shook his head. "I'm all alone," he sadly said. "I cannot soar or roam like you. I stay in place the whole day through." Little Bee felt sorry for the sprout and thought of how to help him out. "If you want, I'll share my wings, so you could see what flying brings." The flower said, "That's really kind, but wings won't solve what's on my mind. Bright sun, wet rain, and dirt below. Help me stretch and help me grow." "But I'm tired of this empty ground and wish there were more flowers around." "There is a problem, don't you see? This golden pollen clings to me. To help seeds sprout and bloom with pride, it must be spread out far and wide." Little Bee got lost in thought. Aha! A plan that's worth a shot. "It sticks to me, I just found out. I'll land on you, then fly about. I'll help you move your sticky gold, so flowers can bloom bright and bold." "A lovely plan it is indeed, but there's something else you'll surely need. Take a sip of this, Little Bee. It's sweet nectar for energy." Now we're ready, it's time to fly. It's time to give this plan a try. So Little Bee buzzed here and there and spread the pollen everywhere. Soon, new blossoms could be found, and tiny shoots sprang from the ground. "It works," they cheered, "but we're not through. We still have so much more to do." To make their plan come alive, Little Bee shared it with her hive. The bees got to work right away, testing nectar throughout the day. At last, they made a tasty treat. Golden honey, sticky and sweet. From that day on, the honeybees brought magic to the plants and trees. Pollination is this awesome dance, and here's the process at a glance. Let's thank the bees for all they do to bring good food to me and you. So when you see bees buzzing near, don't forget to smile and cheer. Now that we've read Little Bee in the Bloom, I want to share some very fun bee facts to make you a proper bee expert. Honeybees are super important pollinators for flowers, fruits, and vegetables. This means they help other plants grow. Bees transfer pollen between the male and female parts of plants, allowing plants to grow seeds and fruit. Honeybees have 5 eyes and 6 legs. Honeybees can see all colors except for the color red. That and their sense of smell help them to find the flowers they need to collect pollen. In a single collection trip, a worker bee visits 50 to 100 different flowers. Every third bite of food you take comes from the pollination of honeybees. A bee's wings beat 11,400 times per minute, and that's why you hear that buzzing sound. It's the sound of their wings beating. Now that we've read Little Bee in the Bloom, I want to ask you some very important questions. Who helped this grow? On the cover of Little Bee in the Bloom, there's strawberries, raspberries, a bunch of different flowers. How do you think those things came to grow? Some of you may have answered, people planted them. But we actually need the bees or other creatures to help with pollination. Pollination is the process that allows plants and flowers and fruits and vegetables to grow. Why does the flower need Little Bee? The flower needs Little Bee to help with pollination. The flower can't move. He can't get up and walk around or fly about like Little Bee, but he has all this pollen that could be used to create other flowers. What is pollen? Pollen is a part of a flower. If it's spread around the ground, it can allow other flowers and plants to grow. But Bloom the flower needs Little Bee to help spread his pollen around so that he can have more friends. What are all these bees doing together in a hive? The hive is like the ultimate team. All the bees work together. They each have their own specific job, and they work really, really hard to support one another and get jobs done. And by working together as a team, they create honey, pollen, propolis, and they help flowers, fruits, and vegetables grow all over the world. Honeybees live in hives or colonies. They're divided into 3 different types. What do you think those 3 types are? There's the queen bee, the worker bee, and the drone bee. The queen bee is the bee who runs the whole hive. Her job is to lay the eggs that will spawn the hive's next generation of bees. The queen also produces chemicals that help guide the behavior of other bees. Worker bees are all female, and their roles are to forage for food, which means collecting pollen and nectar from flowers, build and protect the hive, and clean and circulate air by beating their wings. Worker bees are the only bees most people see flying around outside the hive. Drones are the male bees, and their main purpose is to mate with the queen. Several hundred drones live in the hive during summer and spring. But when winter comes, the hive goes into survival mode and all the drones are kicked out. How many honeybees do you think live in a single beehive? 20,000 to 80,000 bees live in one beehive. How fast do you think these honeybees are flying? Bees can fly up to 15 miles per hour. Be kind to the bees. Little ways you can make a big difference. Tell your friends and family about the bees. The more people who know about the importance of the bees, the better. Pick up trash. Picking up trash keeps things clean for the bees and allows them to focus their attention on their important work of pollination. Plant pollinator-friendly plants. Ask your local nursery or garden center about what would grow best in your area and space. Keep your plants pesticide-free. Create a bee drinking station. Fill a shallow dish with rocks or pebbles, then add water. Make sure the water isn't too deep because the bees can't swim.